welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. The review of the Stronk tank in the Black Friday bundles. The IS-2 between brackets 1945 is back. The IS-2 Berlin, part of the Berlin Quartet, which is made up by the Rudy, the Cromwell Berlin, the IS-2 and another tank, IS-122S. Those are four of the Berlin Quartet. They have been available before in World of Tanks Blitz, but this is probably the best deal you're gonna get in an IS-2 or for a Tier 7 heavy tank, while this combat park himself behind the train. It's funny. We're looking at Gladiator PB, as you can see. There's one tank already on the base. This is Blitz. This happens. People go to positions where you don't want them, and within 40 seconds, the first tank of his team is nearly dead. One tank is getting flanked. Two tanks on the back of the railroad as well, and he has fired his first shot. Yes, the first tank is down within 1 minute. He's fired his first shot and he missed. But this is an IS. It's a Russian tank. It has a big gun, and this SB1C is giving me all the time to aim. My bad, SB1C. I bounced. HE shot through the SB1C. He hasn't got a fire extinguisher, and he's nearly burning to death, and still hasn't gotten the memo yet that IS, a loaded IS, is a dangerous tank. Because let's face it, it's still an IS. It is a Tier 7 heavy tank, which is of course a good thing. It has that big gun. It does 400 alpha on AP. It's Russian, so it has a long reload and horrible accuracy on paper. Then again, if you smile on RNGs and people sit in the cab, you get this. Great stuff. He only manages to reset the car by tracking the Tiger, which is a bit unfortunate, but then again, the Tiger shouldn't have been there still. 400 alpha as said on your AP at 175 in terms of penetration, which is good enough for Tier 7 heavies in the middle of the pack. In Tier 8 battles it is not bad, and going to APCR doesn't work very well either. But you have that Troll IS shaped armor, you have got a very tasty HE shell, you've got 400 alpha on your AP and 340 on your APCR, so that is not bad at all. The DPM is on the low side, I know that as well. But it's just, it's such a big gun. It's got horrible aim time. It has got horrible dispersion upon moving, upon rotating. All about it is horrible. The gun depression sucks. The gun elevation is good, 25. It is a mobile tank, but it's a Russian one, and that helps. And this is the Chinese version of the IS. Boom! Bye bye IS-2 Chinese version. That tank doesn't work that well. But look at 175 in terms of penetration. A T28 ACC is all red from the front, even that lower plate, which is a bit of a weak spot. And once you fire it, you're shot and bounced, and then you're looking at a really long reload. And a well-driven Tiger will just, well, it will wipe the floor with you. Luckily for Gladiator, this Tiger is not a well-driven Tiger. Because he's thinking, well, there's a lonely medium over there. I can, or lone tank destroyer. I can go in and clear him out. Yes, but then you get this 412 in terms of alpha in the side. And the Tiger still is going forward and losing a bit more health, and he finally shuts down the T25-2. But yeah, it's too little, too late. Gladiator clears the T43, then is sitting behind the Tiger, which meant that he was also safe from harm from getting shot from the T28 ACC, and all he has to do now is clear the Tiger and make it a one-on-one. He wiggles the turret around because the turret, for all intents and purposes, has a fast few weak spots. It has a cupola on top. Guns with good penetration at the tier can cut right through the front of the turret, because that's only 100 nominal thickness. Effective a lot better, but it's only 100 mils, which means that any tank can penetrate you through the front of the turret. But it is rounded. The sides are only 90 mils, but they are rounded. If you look at it dead on, you will go through, no problem. But if you have the turret slightly angled, then you're looking at effectively 300 mils of armor. That front plate, it is only 120, the lower plate is only 100, but it is angled all around. So you have to side grip in the tank, and like Gladiator showed us here, you have to wiggle and then people will bounce on your front plate. This T28 ACC just misses, and then you can shoot in the teeth on the left in that machine gun port. And he makes a mistake, the cardinal mistake of pushing in and then allowing a Gladiator to get a really tasty shot up in the back for nearly 3,725 damage. I was going to say nearly 4, but it's not quite nearly 4. But he did a good game, mastery, high caliber, top gun, pulse medal as well, and a Kolobanov. So this is for the first replay. Really good one. You can look at the credits here as well. It is a good credit earner as long as you keep shooting AP. Decent enough. But first this.
Warning. The following footage contains extreme examples of general noobness and may cause a rush of disgust with those who have proper knowledge of World of Tanks Blitz.
And you're gonna laugh at this. This was sent in to me by Zonker, who's new to the game, who just about bought this tank, who is a subscriber to the channel, and he said, well, Martin, I found your videos on YouTube, I've watched them a bit, and here's a replay that you may like and use for reviews of the Black Friday tanks. And look at this, he's just a regular guy. Just a regular guy, but it almost seems to me that he just bought a tank and then decided to drive it with the default ammo loadout. He hasn't got a single round of APCR left. And luckily, if you are in your first game in a tank, then 9 out of 10 times you are top tier, which is good because he's facing off against this Tiger B, and he bounces any shot in return as well. Right, reload time. Needed 12 seconds to go. Takes quite a long time for this tank to reload. That by the time he will pull out a Tiger B, should have been reloaded. And his team has, the red team have committed to the flank. That's a 5 versus 3 on that flank, and he's gonna try to side creep out at way too much of an angle. You can over angle this tank. You can angle it pretty severely, but that one was, I think, well, a bit too much. Right, is there another tank then? Oh, hello, there's an IS. We can shoot him because he's not paying attention. 406, and sit behind the house again. His team is still kind of holding out on the top flank, as you can see, and Zocker is just waiting for shots of opportunity. He doesn't want to poke because he's realizing that IS... Where is he? Where was he? Is he in the bushes? Push forward. No, let's wait. I think he's in those bushes. Yeah, there he is. Shoot him back. Bounce. Right. I was gonna say it's still a fairly even game. Only 1 tank down, but as I was gonna say that his team is 3 tanks down, and Soccer decides to make a move for it. He's going forward, and he's gonna shoot this Tiger, who is now apparently AFK. So yeah, let's shoot him and then go behind the house, reload a little bit. I mean, there's 2 minutes into the game and he's only done 792 damage, 2 penetrating shots. The IS has completely forgot that Zocker is here. He can clear Super Twist. That's a funny nickname. I'm gonna make dinner, but I'm gonna do it slightly different. It's gonna be Super Twist. Right, Zocker is gonna move in. He wants to clear that IS. He has got 1 kill. It's 3 minutes into the game, and his team is low on tanks, but let's cap, because why not? That's an SU-1 to 244 over there. The red IS, the green IS is moving in as well. Let's team up on this Panther. 1 shot. Yes, boom, boom. There we go. Nice, good, nice work, nice work. 1k damage done. Cap on 15, cool. Cap on 15. Oh, hello, that is an 88. There is the red IS still. Can we shoot him? Let's shoot the 88. No, let's shoot the IS. Go for the cupola. What happened? What's that? That was his teammate in the VK who decides to fly out sideways. Gets shot, but there is he doesn't take damage, and then oh, there's a wall in front of me, and then the SU-1 to 244 wants to get shots in on the IS, but Sucker's thinking, oh, I'm having none of that, I'm clearing him. And the SU-1 to 244 is blocking the VK, and then the VK is blocked by the IS. I told you the warning. Oh, I didn't tell you, but I left that warning, but I mean, that was a good one. A warning was needed. And Soccer is just playing cautiously. He's just sitting here. He's not getting rushed, not even from the left. There's tanks in front of him. There's a tank behind him now as well. That is a Jackson. And he's paying attention. Do you see that? Soccer is actually paying attention. Greens are still very much convinced that they can cap. Can he shoot this guy? Yes, he can shoot a Lycan. One shot into him, 425. Puts it down to a one shot. That's good. The VK has a dislodged turret. And Soccer is not going to do anything fancy. He's just looking around, figuring out I can probably shoot this American tank straight through the gun method for 377. And it is a 3-on-4 at the moment, but he is, well, more or less full health. 2,781 damage dealt, only 90 blocked. But he's gonna have the game of his life. He really is gonna have the game of his life. That's Russian accuracy for you. 365 snapped into the front of the Jackson, and then the Panther is gonna make a beeline for it, and he is gonna wait a little bit just to help Soccer reload fully. And then he is still spotted. Where's the Panther? Where is he? He's moving away. Right, he has to clear another tank then. And Lycan is still there. Oh, hello Lycan. Hi Lycan. Are you liking your new tank? I love it. T-34-85 on the back. That's another Russian tank. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's turn around because there's a Jagdpanther coming in. The T-34-85 is getting scared now. Yes. Put a shot into the T-34-85. Second in place. And this T-34-85 is figuring out I should be able to, I don't know. Yeah, I can shoot it. Oh, I bounced. I'm dead. Turn around. There's the Panther. He misses a shot. He's reloaded in time. Clear the Panther because he ran the T-34-85. And Soccer has just got 2 AP shells left, but yeah, it's just a Jackson. I mean, American TD. Just reload in time. You have the hit points. You have your adrenaline back. Hello, there's a Jackson. Boom. You gotta love this. 4,186 damage dealt, 7 kills with semi high caliber Colobonos medal, the lot for Soccer Sonker in his newly bought IS-2 1945. Available currently in the World of Tanks Blitz store as part of Black Friday. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Tankers of Bitchiness. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking.